good. bosses want to hire, like, well, you should get a little, like, thank you for,
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of thank you all so much for being here. Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 77. My favorite two numbers. Well, they're the same number, but they're together, and I like them that much more. Woo! Hey, listen, you know what I never do? I'd never tell anybody who's new here what the hell's going on here. This is a weekly podcast. We go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single flippin' week. We talk about gaming news, or try to. We try to stay on that thing. And this isn't a console war podcast. We just play games. We love each other and all that good stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, then welcome. And if not, welcome. And speaking of welcoming, Moose One was the first one here. Thank you so much for being here. The game adaptation nudecast. Well, hey, listen, sign me up. Thank you for being here. Brad Ward Fight, Gray Monad, Game Seeker. What's up, man? You're Donnie Gazada, as always, the legend. The elemental hero, the Shadowlink Dragon Wolf King, is here as well. BT Maverick, Gray Monad. I think I said you already, but I'll do it again. Andrew Cullinane says, hey now, hey now. Nerds and Other Legends. OG Frost, what's up? I haven't seen you before. Welcome. Thank you for being here. American Fury, my dude. Arcane Realm, my other dude. Toxic Buttwind, thank you so much for gracing us with your wind in your butt. Daniel Luna, just in time, he says. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. Happy Bomb says, hi, Holly. Thank you so much for being here. And I think that's everyone so far. Well, that's everyone that's present in chat. Thank you all so much. So much. And I'm joined by DeMarco Dude.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me onto the show. It's been a great time. Excited to be here.
You remember whenever that one legendary time where I said, we have the panel and also DeMarco Dude, after you had already been on for like a year, you were obviously a main member. That was a huge insult. Also joined by Holly, that blue number. I was waiting for you to.
hello.
There we go. Okay, I was waiting for you to get it all down.
Okay. My internet, just so everybody knows, in case like I seem super off, it's not on purpose. My internet has been a little bit wonky just in this room for like the last 4 or 5 days. So yeah, I might be interrupting McButtigans during the thing because my conversation is happening in a different time zone. So.
Interruptic
Hi.
McButtikins. I love that. That is so creative. I love that. Hey, creative. Speaking of which, one of the most creative people I know, Assassin.
You really didn't mean to say that. You were just looking for a bridge, weren't you?
I was looking for a bridge to burn, baby. Yeah, how you been, man? Well, you know what? Hey, listen, what you been into?
Honestly, I've been feeling pretty sick the past few days, so
good.
Ironically, I haven't been streaming as much as I want to be, but hopefully that'll change tonight. I'm feeling a lot better than I have in the previous days, so I'll probably finish Resident Evil 2 Remake tonight, actually. And I guest starred on The Fix. Thank you, Umbra, by the way, for that opportunity. We talked a lot about Metaphor, like 2.5 hours worth.
You did. It was great, by the way. This is how you know when I really loved a podcast. I listened to it twice. So if Umbra hears that, because it was a really great discussion between you, Umbra, and
Lucius.
Lucius, that's what I was gonna say. Exactly. Yep. So it was a great discussion between you and that guy and Umbra. It was fantastic. And yeah, we might touch on that. We did talk a little bit about Metaphor, but Assassin, you're not going to play Silent Hill 2 that just released just now?
Well, first off, I want to finish the game that I started, and I actually want to finish it. Second of all, I was working almost all day, so I didn't have time to go pick it up and make it here on time. So I will start that tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll start it tomorrow.
I was worried. Hey, Web Dave, he says, Holy Red, DeMarco Assassin. Let's rock. Let's rock, brother. I think
sure
he
you
meant
didn't mean to say Holly?
I think he did, but I just said holy, and Holly said holier, holier. Well, good, man. Assassin, have you already? I thought you finished Resident Evil 2 already.
Yes, but it's horror month, so obviously I want to play all the horror games that I can. And since there isn't that many new horror games to play, I mean, there's only Silent
You
Hill
coulda-
2. There is
The case, the something
Still
of
Wakes
Frank
the Day.
Stone just came out last month.
Oh yeah, the
that
casting.
didn't.
The
Yeah, that
Dave-
didn't really get very good reviews.
I'm sorry. That's a weird way to say Alien Isolation.
It is weird.
Excuse me, sir. I should
It's
probably
this
play that,
translation.
shouldn't I?
You should play that. 100% you should, because it is genuinely one of the best scary games that have come out in recent memory.
It only took 10 years for Sega to remember that, which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Huh?
Yep. Hey, DeMarco, you have been playing things, and would you like to tell us about it?
Dragon Age. So much Dragon Age, and it goes
Yeah.
so slow.
It's a lot.
The hinterlands aren't done yet. There's still more hinterlands. I actually believe I did almost all of the hinterlands. I know you said don't. I can't. It is mentally impossible for me to stop.
You like
I
can't
see-
leave the thing
I
unchecked.
see objective marker, and I'm like, shit, crap. There's like a single shard. There's like 3 shards that are left in the region. I gotta go pick everything up. Like, so I'm hopelessly addicted to doing all that stuff, even at my own detriment. I'll be sitting there in my chair. I'll have the controller in my hand. I'll be like, oh, combat.
Yeah, just hold it. I know. I
That's-
know, man.
That's the combat when you're playing a mage character. Is just like
Right.
hold down the trigger, and then every once in a while play one of the. So I'll literally be running around like, oh yay. I don't use the horse because, if anybody paid attention to Dragon Age Inquisition, it came out. I don't know how. It was many years after the game had come out, but they mentioned how the horses don't actually move any faster than your character can run.
They do the
just,
thing
like,
where they change the
pull
aspect
out the
ratio.
camera.
Yeah.
Yep, they pull
Yeah.
out the camera and then they put little zoomy lines and it makes it feel like it's going faster, but it's
Right.
the same speed. So I don't even bother riding on the horse, and also the horse controls are kind of terrible anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm doing all the I forgot how. I will say I am invested. Like, I've gotten past that. There's a threshold, as I think most people know with Dragon Age Inquisition. There's a threshold that you need to cross before I think most people can fully sink their teeth into it and just turn around and go, okay, I'm into this now.
Yep,
and
exactly.
I feel as though it happens. I could tell you the moment. It's after you ally with either the mages or the Templars.
Yes.
At least for me.
Yep.
Once you do that, then you're finally like, okay, I'm into this now. And I'm playing through it, and I'm remembering why, honestly, it won Game of the Year at the time. Because there's so many cool things. Like, I forgot how many times there's... And I say many, I don't know if it's that many, but there's enough decisions in it where, for example, the mages or Templars, you get 2 completely different encounters and journeys that you go on, and then you even meet different companions along the way. So I think if you go to the mages, you meet Dorian. If you go to the Templars, you meet Cole sooner. You still meet both of them eventually,
Yeah.
but you and you get a whole different encounter. And I think that's one of the coolest things. And I wish more games would have taken that and been like, you know, it actually was pretty neat, because you will not see the other encounter unless you play it again.
Play it again.
And I love
Yep.
that. And I love that. And it provides an actual incentive. There's a lot of games where it's like, oh, look at all the different choices you can make. And then you do, and they all just kind of go like this way too soon, like really quickly. And it's fine that they go like this, right? That's how most games have to do it, because otherwise you just get an insane amount of incomprehensible decisions like Baldur's Gate 3, which I have no idea how they did it. But it's fine that they go like this, but the experiences when they do go like this are not different enough from one another that it makes it feel worthwhile. But Dragon Age, when you go through it, and I think Mass Effect 3 had this as well, when you go through it, it feels different enough, and I love that about it. I love that about it. So I am going through, I forgot how many little side areas there are too when you unlock operations in all the regions. Like, you don't need to do 80% of them, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
It's all just like extra stuff, and they have like 30 regions you can go to. I'm making numbers up, but you only have to actually go to like 4 of them. And
Right,
that's crazy.
because they refresh, they repeat, and after you do a couple of them, you're like, oh, I thought that I needed to do that, but you can never really clear like the war map. And after a while, you're like, oh, okay, I just need to, like, if I need something over there, I'll do it. But again, that's where the MMO design sort of came in and stifled it a bit for me. But yeah, once you hit that threshold, it hooks you, and you're like, I'm in for the whole. It only took me 50 hours to get here, or what, I don't know, however many hours you were during that time. But yeah, I was honest. I think I hit that Templar stage around like 40 hours, and then it seriously was like 70 hours in whenever I went, oh my god. And it was just, I got locked in, and I was like, I'm just gonna do the main quest from now on, because I've done so much that I'm just gonna finish it. It was so good.
And I even started, because I have the Game of the Year edition, or the Gold edition, whatever it is, and I even started, I didn't realize it was integrated so well, was the Depths DLC. I forget what the actual name is, but the one where you go into the deep roads, and you're helping out some dwarves, and you're killing all the darkspawn. And it was so well integrated into the story, because the mission is like, hey, we have all these, and it works well if you side with the Templars too. Because like, hey, we have the Templars. So for those of you who don't know Dragon Age lore, they use a magical rock called lyrium. So they're like, we need lyrium for the Templars, and you're like, all right, here, I could go to the deep roads and do it. And then I'm going into, it's called the Descent. I'm going into this, and I'm doing this whole thing. And then it had a separate war table for this section. And I was like, there's no way that I missed it, because I don't remember any of this when I played it the first time. So it was really cool how seamlessly that was integrated. Eventually I backed out. I was like, all right, I don't really need to do this. Backing out, like, can skip this DLC. Even though it was neat to see the deep roads and stuff like that, and go back against Darkspawn like Dragon Age Origins. But anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying I'm enjoying Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'm at a point where, if you asked me last week, I didn't think I was going to be able to finish by the 31st. Now, 50-50. The odds went up.
You can do it.
The odds went up.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And so, for final question about Dragon Age, have you ever done the Trespasser DLC?
No.
Okay.
And I had one thing spoiled for me too, but I really like this as well. I'm gonna spoil something if some people have never played Trespasser. It's a minor thing, but you have typical of BioWare games. You have companion quest lines, and then usually it's like one of 2 ways. You could push the companion to do this, or push them to do that, and then they react accordingly. And one thing that I got spoiled on, because I'm looking up some of the decisions. I'm like, all right, what happens if I do X, Y? Because I am just trying to get through the game and kind of see what the effects are. I probably won't go back after this for a 3rd playthrough. Yeah. But I really appreciated that decisions you make in the base game, I saw specifically with Iron Bull. You could either choose him to, like, embrace his heritage, or you could choose him to, like, reject it and go on his own path. Yep. And based on your decision actually comes back in Trespasser. And then it has a full effect in the DLC based on which choice you make there. And I went, damn, that is so cool. Because I still have probably another 60-something stupid amount of hours left in this game before I get to Trespasser. So that, to me, is such a cool thing as well. It is part of why a game like Dragon Age Inquisition, despite all its flaws, can really hook you. Or hook me. Hook us.
Hook us together as one, yay!
Together as a Dragon Age community.
I can't wait, dude, until you
Neither
get
can
into...
Holly.
She can't. She's like, can't wait till you stop fucking talking about this. Yeah, Holly, what have you been into?
Yeah, no, I think it's a little bit better now. I've been playing Marvel Midnight Suns. I started that about a week or so ago. It is a fantastic card game. The visuals are like 2009-ish. The graphics are a little wonky, but that's okay. It's just a card game. I don't think it's that bad. What I really actually like the the abbey stuff. If anybody's played it, your home base is at an abbey in an interdimensional thing, and there's grounds, and you go around and you find stuff, and you get these like powers, you know, as you level up to get into different areas, and you collect paintings and other things around there. And that part is kind of fun. I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of tired of the interpersonal relationship stuff because there's just a lot of it. I mean, it's fun-ish, but there's a lot of it, and they all have like more anxiety and relationship problems than like an entire high school of angsty teenagers. It is ridiculous. Like goofy, stupid, like conversations that you have with these superheroes who do all these wild and crazy fantastic things and like have the stress of the universe, and they're talking about being stressed for an entire like 5 days of playthrough about a birthday party coming up.
I was going to say about birthday parties.
Getting stressed about setting up a birthday party.
You're just like, I don't care, bro. Like, I have been dead for 300 years. I have come back to kill Lilith. And you're bugging me about a surprise birthday party right now? Multiple times.
You're like,
sorry,
what is a birthday party? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
That part is amusing.
It was
like
fun.
The hunters, like goofy, like slight, like modernized but old English is good. Like that part's really good.
I liked it too. I liked it too because it's like it added like it's like it's funny without trying to be funny because they're so out of touch with modern things. I've always loved that in anything. And DeMarco,
but it's really complex. There's a lot of like interconnecting ways to level up cards, the friend, and then you have to do all of this goofy talking stuff because the friendship stuff makes a difference and you're fighting. And that's cool. I mean, I like that mechanic, but it took me way too long to figure out that the B button would skip through some of these very goofy long dialogue. Like I could read it faster than they would like I don't know, and then like read the thing. I'm like, just go! Like why do we have to do this the whole time? Like, shut up! Like,
right.
I have all these essence to run around and pick up every time before I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, I have to run around and pick up all this essence, and you're bugging me about if you like Captain Marvel, but you don't want anybody to know that you like Captain Marvel. I don't care. Like, shut up.
I think that one of the things that I loved,
it's
because,
funny though.
I think I wouldn't. It's weird. It's like you play one game and then you don't appreciate something else, or you don't get like how it works until you play a game that did it first. I guess, like for example, Stalker or something that recently. There are so many games that I've played recently that I wouldn't have appreciated, like Chernobylite, for example, if I hadn't played Stalker first. So like Persona, I wouldn't have appreciated the social stuff in Midnight Suns if I hadn't played Persona first. I love that kind of stuff.
I don't want to play Life is Strange. I don't want to play that Dawn one because like a game that's based around interpersonal relationships.
Yeah.
I'm very uninterested in.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. Okay. Right.
I mean, I like Telltale stuff because it's unique, because it's usually like a very action-adventure kind of story. Like, it's a story. It's not an interpersonal relationship building mishigas of things that I don't really care about, right? But I do appreciate it in this game, and it's funny. It's just, there's just a lot of it.
It is a lot, because you're like, let me go like see what Spider-Man's doing, and he's like, hey,
and every time I wake up,
and you're like,
yes,
shit.
And every time I wake up, there's like 8 people on the map that have a bubble of attention needing, and I'm like,
exactly. And then Blade's like, hey man, I'm sad as a motherfucker. You're like, why are you of all people?
Midnight Suns is when like you have, who is it? It's not Magic. It's the goth
Nico?
girl. Who's Nico?
Nico.
And she's like, I
Nico.
don't get why all of the Avengers are treating us like kids. And she's like having this
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yes,
Temper
she
tantrum.
storms off,
and like
and you're
she's
just like,
storming
are you-
off. She's not like respectful of anything. Like she's giving every single possible reason to be treated. And they're like, why are we sitting at the kids' table? Like now that the grown-up Avengers are
100%.
here. It's like, well, because
she
you're
just
acting like
had the
children.
nerve.
Yep.
She just had the nerve to make me come talk to her,
Oh my
so she could ask me if I was goth, and I was like,
I hated Nico's character.
it was a
'cause she
whole conversation about, are you goth? I was like, I'm like 700 years old. What the hell is goth?
What is
Right?
goth?
Like is one
Yeah.
of the things, you know? And she's like, oh, it's just this cool. I was like, somebody wrote this. Somebody sat down and said, this is a good dialogue chain to add
But
to this.
isn't it? Doesn't
It to
isn't
stop
it
you
like-
from progressing. To just
isn't it
go
like
do
a-
this thing.
Isn't it like a feel-good thing though when you have movie night with Blade and Wolverine?
No, those are cool. No, those
It's so
are cool. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
little
The
camp-
hangouts, they are,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love like going out into the woods. I think it was Blade. I went out into the woods with him, and he's like, "You know, life's hard as a motherfucker, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, yep, it is." And you just like sit and watch the sunset go down together. I'm like, "What the fuck is happening? This shouldn't work, but it does." I don't know.
It
I don't
does.
know.
Yeah.
It does it really well.
There's
Yeah, that
some
game
of
was
them.
amazing.
Yeah. There's some that have some funny dialogue too, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, the Tony Stark one is a little too try-hardy, you know, to be as
Yes.
clever as the movies.
Yep.
But
And he even
and
does
the
like the thing
Deadpool,
that Robert Downey does, like with this like he's got like that trying to sound
only
like Tony.
he can do that, you know?
Yeah, I'm like stop
only
trying
he
to
can
do it.
do
Just
that.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even Deadpool, like, when he first talked, I was like, "Ooh, I don't like this voice actor for
Nolan
this."
North.
But then, like, he still
Nolan
does a
North
good
was-
job. Like, he
Nolan
still, he
North
was
was-
still, like, he's growing on me. And,
The
like,
original voice
he's,
actor for the Deadpool games.
Yeah, Nolan
Nolan-
North was the original. Yeah.
well, I still don't love, and it's not that I have, like a thing that Ryan Reynolds needs to be the voice. That's not it at all. Just,
You
I'm just
have
like,
that in your
mm.
head. That's what you associate.
Yeah. It's like Dave Machio. What's his the guy that voices Wolverine and everything. What's his name? But he's
Steve
even
Blum.
yeah, I was close. Machio. I was really close. Yeah, he voices that in Midnight Sun. So when Wolverine shows up, I was like, I swear to God, if it's not the guy, if it's not Stephen Blum, and it is, and he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh, yes, let's go. But then you hear Deadpool when you're used to hearing like Ryan Reynolds or whatever you're used to hearing, and you're like, he's kind of like really, really up there, like
it's
way
it's
up
a little
there.
too overacted.
Yes,
I
yes.
think that's why. Like, it's not his actual like tone of voice or anything. It's just too. It's a little too overacted.
Yes.
But his dialogue is really good in this game. Like, it is still funny, right? Like, even
And-
when I don't want to laugh because I'm like, and then he says something, I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I love his T-shirt that you can put on him. What is the T-shirt that you can put on him? It's just like a plain T-shirt with like a teddy bear or something, or like a heart or something.
Probably.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Something
maybe
like
I don't
that.
have it unlocked yet or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I love that kind of
it's-
stuff.
It's a lot of fun. I do the card combat is just so good.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I really
never even looked at it
really-
like a card game. I just looked at it like that's just the setup. That's just the tiles that you choose to use an ability. So people were like, "It's a card game." I remember that when the game first came out. People were like, "Oh, it's just a card game." I'm like,
Because it is a
it's
yeah,
not
they
a-
were upset about it.
I was
Yeah.
like, it's called a deck of abilities. I'm not looking at it like it's not a card game at all. They just used cards as the vehicle for abilities, and that was it. And I thought that was really cool because you can
Yeah,
mix
but it's
them. and you can-
100% when you have to deal with drawing and discarding and all that, like
Modifiers.
That I agree with. Yeah,
modifying,
It's
then it's
and
100% a card game.
yeah.
I think a
agree
lot
with
of people who would be like initially interested, like, oh, a Marvel game. I could be totally wrong, but I kind of think maybe the people that are initially like Marvel game aren't the people who are like usually interested in playing card games or card-based or turn-based things, right? Which
Yeah.
is that's very much what this is. So maybe they're just not familiar with if it could be fun for them, right? They don't tend to give those a chance. I don't know, maybe not, but anyway, I'm enjoying it. I like it, and I've been watching lots and lots of YouTube videos of people playing the Forever Winter because I don't know, it's on my brain. I really like that game.
Me too, DeMarco.
I said I am down. It just needs more polish. It's so early access right now.
Dude,
But
I
it's an
watched a game.
experience.
I watched this guy.
And it'll be a
go
better
out.
experience once it gets some updates.
Nope. I
Mhm.
mean, yes, but you still need
Yeah,
to play
but
it
it's
right now.
good. But it's good enough now to
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
and
It
it
is.
could be
I watched
good
this
or
guy
enough.
Red go in at different drop zones, and he just takes them all on. Like, and he goofs around and stuff like that. He talks about like some of the certain enemy types being bugged and shows like it was really super interesting to watch that guy. He had some good tips. And also I was gonna tell you that there was a game that dropped today that I thought you might be interested in. It's called Off the Grid. Did you see this? It's in early access on Steam. It's free. It is a third-person extraction royale, and it plays and it's like robotic themed. It's like cybernetic-y, like it's a city. It's it looks kind of like a Warzone map, and you drop in kind of like a Warzone map, but you build your character, and there's a lot of them are like cybernetics, but you get like additional perks like a mini turret drone, or there's just different types of perks that you can get, and it's very fast, and it's third person, and it looked really good. So I was gonna suggest maybe we look into that because it's free.
Oh,
free.
There you go.
And it looked tight. Like the gameplay looks really good.
Another game got third person update. Assassin, are you back? I don't think he might not be back. Okay.
I've been
there
back.
he is. Okay. Hey, do you want to tell people what you've been playing? Wait, no, I already asked you that. Didn't I? I don't know. It's been so long. It's been
Yes.
half an hour. Okay, good.
Remember,
Fantastic.
I was sick.
That's right, you were sick and you're playing Red Dead Evil 2 and all that. Yep. It's a good time. All right. Hey, listen, it's time. It's time to talk about things. So Holly, yeah, good segue, Holly, with third person. Halo got, I don't know why I said Halo the way I just said it. Halo just got a bunch of new updates, including full-on studio rebrand. Went from 343 Studios to Halo Studios. And it's fun. I actually didn't see the logo. I know on XNC last night on Cold Eastwood's show, they talked about it, and Mag was saying that he did not like the logo. I hadn't seen it until today, and I agree. I really don't like the logo. It's weird looking. Maybe they should put like some holes in it so to like sort of give it a more pronounced A and an O or something. I don't know. It just looks a bit off. Holly, you don't like it, or you disagree with me?
No, the actual name of the studio is another thing, but I love their logo though.
Okay, it looks like hieroglyphics. You like that?
I really like it. It looks
Okay.
it looks future sci-fi-ish.
It does.
It looks
That's
like
what
that
I
they
mean.
were
It looks
playing
like-
Tetris too much.
That's what I mean. It looks like puzzle pieces like put together. No, I don't hate it, but it does look odd. It's maybe because like I'm used to everything being very straightforward, and it's not in you know, Gothic 2 font or whatever the hell. No, Romans times whatever the hell the font is. Anyway, so not only that, they showcased. So Halo is also coming to Unreal Engine 5, and they showcase it by showing younger Chief from the olden days, from 23 years ago. Halo Combat Evolved armor. A lot of people, there's so much speculation around this. So we had sort of an in-engine look at Halo, a couple maps, including Chief with very, very robotic animation, which I forgive that because again, it's just like a proof of concept kind of thing to show what it could look like in that engine. It looked very stiff and weird, but animations aside, it looks really beautiful. And my thoughts on it, and there's a lot more, but my thoughts on Unreal Engine 5 thing, I think this is great because the Hellblade studio, Ninja Theory, is using it. And I think the more studios using similar engines, they will be able to help each other out a lot more. Right now, is it Coalition is helping with... Oh my god, I'm about to go down a rabbit hole because I'm forgetting what
Coalition
project
is the one that did the Matrix demo on UE5 to begin with. They're the ones who've been
Really?
working
They're
very
helping
hand in
They're
hand
helping
with Epic.
Obsidian. They're helping
Thank you.
Obsidian with
Okay.
Avowed. They're helping State of Decay 3, Undead Labs.
Yes.
They helped Ninja Theory. I think that they're also helping Double Fine on something, if I recall. Can't really remember verbatim. But the Coalition has been absolutely been a great support studio for the other studios under Xbox. I have no doubt that the Coalition's going to help Halo Studios with their next Halo experience. Which they should. They're masters of Unreal.
So I guess I would say that these engines, there's many different engines in video game development, obviously, but I would say that the consolidation of engines between many different studios would help production time. That way everyone can sort of lend a hand instead of having to jump in and be afraid to learn something brand new. Stay a few months to learn the engine and then actually help, rather than actually being very familiar with it and being able to, lend a hand to get these games out more efficiently, I would say. So let's talk about, do we think that Halo is, we're in the remake era right now, where games are just being remade over and over again. We talked about Capcom week before last and how they're killing it with remakes. EA Motive did Dead Space, which was, I can't talk highly enough about Dead Space remake. It was incredible. But do you guys think that... Oh, I'm sorry. And Metal Gear
If it
Solid...
was so great, then why isn't Dead Space 2 getting one?
It's because it's EA and they don't give a shunk.
Because it's EA. That's an easy answer.
Yeah. So, yeah,
No,
do you guys think that they're going to go down the remake alley? Or do you think that this is just a proof of concept and they just happen to use old Chief from Combat Evolved to show what it could look like, I guess? DeMarco, what do you think?
Look, it's the announcement, as far as I know. I am trying to get into Halo a little bit more than I historically have been. I think the world is... We're talking about Halo, right?
Indeed, yep.
All right, Holly was making a smirk like I was completely talking about a different subject.
No, I just found it funny that it sounded like you were trying to force yourself to like Halo.
I am a little...
I kind of got that impression too.
I am a little bit, because, I mean, if you go back and you play, even...
Halo 1 is really...
Halo Combat Evolved, right? Halo 1.
Yeah.
I beat
like
Halo 1,
yeah.
and I moved
good.
on to 2. And 2 I really liked because it was like night and day. When they had actual cutscenes with the Covenant and you're like seeing that whole stuff, I was like, it opens up with a court drama scene. I'm like, all right, I'm in this, like, let's go. What's going on? Like, I love that part of it. But the one thing that I will say is, even just from like Halo 1, and it was really, really rough just from a mission design standpoint. That entire game, I was like, all right, we're like, what are we doing now? Like, I'm fighting through this because what's happening? Like, who, what, where? I had no idea what was happening. And I have a Halo addict that I was playing it with that was there explaining to me the deep lore of it. So I was just getting even more confused at times, if I'm being honest. So anyway, I'm trying to get myself more into Halo because I think the universe is really cool as I learn more about it, and as I play through the campaigns. This has to be incredibly early right, with this design, with this preview into Unreal. They're just showing off like, hey, this is a thing that's happening. Was there any indication that it was gameplay or that it was just an engine? That's all it was. So there's so much about it that conceptually can change, including slimming Master Chief down, if that's such a priority. I mean, I didn't notice a problem with it, but I'm also not staring at Master Chief all the time, so. And it's a first-person shooter, so I don't think it really matters.
Right. So this is, it's something at the very bottom of the screen. It said work in progress. It did like the thing work in progress. This is in game or in engine, not whatever. But yeah, whenever I saw it, I just thought like, I don't know, like the first thought that I thunk was, oh, so they're switching, and this is like a call to action for people who might be interested to work. I don't know.
That's almost certainly what it is. They're trying. Well, it's a double whammy, right? They're trying to get people excited for more Halo. It was exactly. I mean, think of what they did with Indiana Jones, right? It was the same exact thing. They showed Indiana Jones. They left that teaser for how many years? It was first shown off in
2021, right when the pandemic was still a thing.
There you go. I don't know how you knew that off the top of your head, but good job, Assassin.
Because I remember a lot of things about the gaming industry.
You do.
Pepperidge
that's why we're
Farm
here.
never forgets.
I wish I had your
Pepperidge
memory.
Farm, I remember.
Maybe you can give me some of your memory training tricks and tips and tricks. Make a YouTube video on that. So
here's my advice. I actually love video games.
you're right. I need to try that sometime.
You need
I'm
to,
just
yeah, can you just do that real quick?
I'm just here to talk crap about Starfield and how much it sucks, and then talk about
Oh my
Suicide
God, here
Squad
we
and
go.
how much it sucks, and then talk
Let's
about
not,
Halo
no,
character. You know
I
what?
already had this debate
Changed
with
my
Red.
entire
Let's
opinion.
not.
Halo Master Chief, why'd they make him fat? Halo sucks. Rebranding to Halo Studios, what stupid moron thought that was a good idea? The gaming industry is in shambles. All of you should be scared and horrified for the future. It's a dark, dismal thing. Consoles hate you. Microsoft sucks. PlayStation sucks. And I'm done with this bit now.
There he is.
There, he's back.
There he is.
So-
There's
Yeah,
Dark
right.
Marco.
Darko. Darko
I don't know.
Marco.
No,
It's
it's
so
Dark
early.
Marco.
It's a double whammy. They get to bring on some new talent. Hopefully, get fans excited for the future of Halo. And then right, it gets to they definitely need to attract talent. Like that is 1000% the case, because the fact of the matter is they're going to need people who are experienced in Unreal Engine to come over, and that was the purpose of the announcement. Not saying that folks over at 343 don't have Unreal experience, but when they've not been working in that engine for how many years, right? They've been working in what engine is Halo built on?
Splitgate.
Slipspace.
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 I was close.
Flip space.
That's the game.
So when
That's
you're
a
working
game.
in flip space,
Yeah.
for this many years, right? Some of these developers probably need the extra help, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Smarty Pants, Assassin, what do you think about this? Do you think we're gonna get a Halo 1 remake, and they're gonna start doing the Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid slew of remakes and get a new generation involved? Huh?
Well, according to the leaks that came back a few months ago, that is the plan, to launch or to remake Halo Combat Evolved in Unreal Engine 5. And if it is correct, it's launching Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Which
Nice.
I'm not going to get into that
Nope.
right now. But regarding the future of Halo, I think this is a good step in the right direction for Halo Studios. I mean, if you think about 343 and the Slipspace engine and the past 3 games that they've made, it's really divisive at best, and it's terrible at worst. They're trying to get away from that legacy that Bonnie Ross and Frank O'Connor left behind when they left 343, now Halo Studios. This is what Pierre Heinz wants to show off, that it's his team, it's his vision for Halo, it's what he wants new blood. So if Halo Combat Evolved is, or a remake is real, we're going to see it in the next few years. I really don't like the fact that they're implying that the next Halo game is somehow around the corner, which it's not. It's going to take years. I'm not going to say that Halo Combat Evolved needs a remake, because I actually played it last year. It's still good even today. I'm more used to faster-paced first-person shooters, but Halo Combat Evolved was fine. It was.
Yeah.
What's the term?
It's still good.
It was.
To this day, it's still
It's
fun.
still good, but it's definitely aged a bit.
Yeah, it's
So
competent.
And the whole point of remakes that I talked about last time, it's to get new audiences in. It's to get the old fans also back in and excited, and it's to get new ideas. So if they can get a Halo Combat Evolved remake right, they will accomplish those three things. They also mentioned that they're having more, or they have multiple projects in development, so it may also be a sequel to Infinite. It could be the Combat Evolved remake. It could be a spin-off project. It could be, hell, it could be ODST 2. Who knows? But they're hiring. They want more people to work on Halo. That is also another reason they switched to Unreal 5, because according to leaks, the Slipspace engine is really hard to learn. And Microsoft and Halo Studios, formerly 343, they had a problem with contractors. They only worked there for 18 months, and that's not enough time to learn a new engine. And by the time you master it, you're gone. So moving to Unreal Engine 5, which is the universally used engine by most studios and publishers, it's a smart move. Now, if anyone knows how to use Unreal Engine 5, they just apply and they already know what to do. I don't like the fact, though, that they are completely disregarding the Slipspace engine, because to be honest, variety is good. We don't want every studio, every publisher, to use one engine, because then Epic will have a monopoly and they can charge however much they want. And that is not a good thing, no matter what type of monopoly it is. So I'm curious about this vision that Pierre Heinz has for Halo. Let's see where it goes. This is the man that fixed the Master Chief Collection. This is the guy that fixed Infinite. So
Yeah.
what is the next Halo experience from beginning to end look like to Pierre Heinz?
Well said.
And I'm done.
Well said. Holly, you have feelings about Halo. You are now free to express them and the changes with Halo Studios. How do you feel about the whole ding-dang thing? Do you want a remake? You know, what's going to happen? Tell us the future.
She just wants him to make COD.
So, point of clarification, I love the campaigns. I just don't really like the multiplayer.
Oh,
That's my I really enjoy the campaigns a lot. I think they're really they're fun.
I
They're
apologize.
fantastic. Especially Infinite. I think Infinite's ODST is my favorite, but
Me too.
Infinite
Yep.
is probably my second one. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really surprised I never went back to ODST. like how do you not do more with that?
Yeah.
Never played
Anyway,
it.
oh, it's the best one. You should play it. It's really
It
good.
needs a
It's
third
Everyone
different
always
than all
says
the
either
others.
3 ODST or Reach is the best one. Which is it?
I think it's 3. I haven't played it.
I think,
but
yeah,
it's-
universally, I would say 3 is definitely the most beloved. But yeah, ODST did something very different. It went very open. The music soundtrack in that.
On Earth.
Oh my god, it's on Earth. It's taking place during Halo 3. It's so good. Everything about ODST.
It's
was
not. Yeah, it's not Chief. It's different group.
Yep. Your pre-Spartans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I
Sorry.
really enjoyed ODST a lot. So, having said that, it's fine that they rebranded. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. It kind of helps internally, maybe sort of set a new tone. Sounds like they've been doing a lot of maybe reorganization and um, setting themselves up to start anew, right? Which is never a bad thing, especially when they've had a lot of transition, a lot of people coming in and out, Bonnie Ross leaving and Joseph Staten coming back and then leaving again really early. So, and Pierre was there at the Halo Museum. Very tall man, very nice. But that has nothing to do with if he can lead a studio. But I think he's doing all the right things.
Hey Holly, he could definitely oversee a studio. You know what I mean? Because he's tall.
Okay.
Woo!
Tell him that joke in person.
All right.
See what
Well,
happens.
that's the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
It's not going to get any better than that.
Dragon
was
Age
it.
time.
We've hit
Can
peak.
I,
Let's talk about Dragon
Can I
Age.
just point out? Can I just point out that when Xbox Era was live streaming that event, so many people in the Twitch chat were like, "This guy is so shy. This guy doesn't want to be on camera. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
we need more people like this." Like, bro, people love Pierre. They really do. And his accent.
Yes, the accent is nice. He was like, I was like, they have this wall where you can take a picture with him, and I was like, I was with Jason Ronald, and I was like, you should come and take a picture because they were gonna go have a meeting, and I was like, no, come and take a picture. And Pierre like stepped back. I'm like, He was like, you know, like you could tell like he was very nice about it. You could just tell he was like not uncomfortable because it was annoying, but just like shy from, you know, camera and, you know, fans and all that. But
I relate to him
anyway.
because of that. He's like, I don't want to get on camera. I'm like, I feel that so much.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway, so the only thing that my commentary on the name change is it's fine that they did it. I actually love the logo. I thought it was really cool looking. The only thing that, and it's just commentary on the future and what they may or may not do in the future, is just the fact that when you name yourself literally the name of the game that you're working on,
pigeonholed,
you leave yourself very little room to branch out to do other things in the future without it just kind of sounding weird that, you know, that this is not Halo. It's something completely different. It could be Grounded, right? Like it could be something like that. So what, I don't know. It's just like, it just feels like you are pigeonholing that studio into forever always only doing Halo, which maybe that is what they will always do, but it doesn't necessarily allow for some of the people working there to have some other ideas, to do like small indie projects that maybe aren't in the Halo universe, some other stuff like that. So that's my only like about the name, but otherwise whatever. And then as far as them doing other stuff, you know, they're coming out with that third person mode like you talked about, which could be interesting. I don't know how they're going to implement it. Like in COD, you have to be in a third person only lobby.
That's how it'll be.
You don't think it'll have like just the option to switch your viewpoint?
No, there's not a
game.
Not a chance. There's not a chance
It's
because
not a fair way to play against other people.
No, it's not
between,
at all.
Just the viewpoint is just wildly different. Yeah.
Yeah, pressing your face up against the wall and you're like, there's a guy right around the corner. You're like, that's just how it is, you know, third person games.
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
Yeah.
I think it'll 100% be limited to, you got your TTP lobbies and your FPP or FPP, whatever. So you'll be able to, I think you'll definitely be able to choose. My thoughts on the third person, well, you guys know how I feel. I love the more options. I would love for this to just be a thing going forward for a lot of different franchises. Call of Duty's doing it, like you said.
Yes.
I would love for it to
give
come
us
to
the first-person Gears.
Yeah, first-person Gears. I mean, well,
first-person everything.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it could work, but it's
first-person
so
Dragon
uniquely
Age,
special
first-person,
third
everything.
person.
I agree. Yeah.
But so my other point, real fast, before you go on the third person thing, is what I really hope, like, for people like me, and maybe DeMarco, I don't know. I really don't enjoy their multiplayer at all, right? Like, I'll play, yeah, he doesn't like it either. So, like, I will play if I force play, like, you know, a community game night, fine, you know, I'll hop in, but I still don't have a good time. You know, it's not like I'm really enjoying this, but I'm enjoying playing with other people that I know, you know, like that thing that is. But what I'm really hoping for the longevity, because I'm not the only person that feels that way. So what I hope for the longevity of Halo multiplayer is that they add different modes and that they add changes to those modes to the way your character plays, right? The way your Spartan plays. Like, I think they should have one that's more of a Twitch shooter style, you know, more fast-paced, more instant feedback, that kind of thing. For people who, yeah. I've never played a mode in Halo. Of course, maybe it's just because people I'm playing with don't want to play those modes.
Well, I think they renamed it to Tactical Slayer. You get a headshot, you're dead.
Well, but still, like, the bouncy thing with Halo, and, you know, like, I don't like movement in Halo either.
I never thought I would actually quote Red or defend this statement. Red, go ahead and say it.
I have no idea what.
Alright, I'll say it. It's in space.
Oh, yeah, it's in space. Yep, there you go.
It's not really
it's a design decision to make the movement the way it is in Halo, and I completely understand that it's a particular feel. And I think especially Holly, like, you come from a long time of playing Call of Duty and other, like, primarily, like, less bouncy FPS games.
It's just not my preferred. I just don't enjoy it, and it's fine that people do. I'm not saying, like, oh, how dare you, like, it's totally fine. I'm just saying that for Halo to have a more, like, longer tail on the multiplayer, right? That if you have different modes to bring in more people, and everybody here may hate it, and that's fine too, but in all reality, we live in a world where everybody prefers to have some sort of battle royale, extraction, some sort of mode like that in a game type for them to be able to play. So whatever their version is, they should make it their own, right? That's unique to them. But I think they probably do need to have something like that for that crowd as well. Because there's probably a ton of people that enjoy battle royales a lot and enjoy the way that Halo plays, but, you know, there's no crossover, right? So it's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
I want them to have a mode that I actually like to play. Like, I want to be able to say I like Halo multiplayer. I just don't. Like, I don't like anything about it. So
more PvE is what I would say. Which is why I love Firefight. Go ahead, Marco. Sorry.
So go right to Mr. Halo. Maybe you can work that in. But what I will say, the only thing I have not heard a single. Do you want to read that?
Oh my goodness.
Both of them.
Colt, yeah, I was gonna say, let me get both of these. Colt, thank you so much, bro. You don't have to fucking do that. Sorry, let me get, because I don't want to skip game real quick. Game Seeker, thank you guys so much for that. Game Seeker drops a Canadian 5. Says, what new upgrades do you want Master Chief's suit to have in the next Halo? I would love for the next Halo to allow us to gear up Master Chief in some way, because we know, like, Master Chief is always going to be green. Like, I don't think I would ever make Master Chief, like, all blacked out and red. Like, I'll do everything that I have an option to customize, because that's just my color preference. But I would like the option to, like, get new pieces of armor, like shoulder pieces and, like, chest pieces and stuff that are, like, that you can find throughout the campaign. Because Halo Infinite, for the little bit that I played in the open world, and I stopped, and I was like, I need to wait until third person comes out, and here we are. There's a lot of opportunity to find stuff like that collectible wise. So that's a really good question, Game Seeker. And thank you so much for the 5. I really appreciate you. Colt Eastwood, $20. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. He says, Sorry, I haven't read this. It says shout out to the best podcast that always makes me smile. And remember, we're here to enjoy games. Exactly. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. BT Maverick says Red Wolf's PGE bill taken care of. Thank you, Cole. What's a PGE bill?
Power, gas, electric.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you guys so much, Game Seeker and Cold Eastwood. You guys are so generous. Really, really appreciate you. Thank
Can
you.
I answer Game Seeker's question?
Yes. Sorry. Please. Matter of
Look,
fact, can you
you
guys
can-
move around the panel with this question? I have to pee. Thank you.
Only thing I want from the next Halo, whether it be the Combat Evolved Remake or whatever it's coming, just give me the grapple hook back. That's all I want. That makes it so much fun in the open world and in the multiplayer. Just make sure he has the grapple hook. I don't care how you have to explain how he has it. I don't give a damn. Just make sure he has a fucking grapple hook. That thing is so much fun. It's swinging around the open world. First-person Spider-Man all the time. That was fun. Alright, who's next?
Titanfall did it first.
Fuck off.
Titanfall's fantastic.
Never played.
It's so good. Assassin
It is
Play
really
2.
good.
It's really good.
Grapple hook. You said grapple hook. I had a funny, and now I forgot it because I made a different funny.
This man's so funny. He can't keep track of them in his head.
I got too many funnies going on.
He's got too many voices in his head.
That's true. I saw a clip. I saw a clip from Teen Titans. Probably nobody watched it. I don't even watch this, but I saw a clip from Teen Titans. This is so off topic. Teen Titans Go, and then it was like they were trying to fool one of the henchmen in this show, and then what was it? Beast Boy's like, oh crap, I have to do like my heat. Oh, Cyborg did a Jack Nicholson Joker impression, and it went really, really well. And then Beast Boy's like, oh, I could do a bunch of impressions, and then he did like a Heath Ledger impression. And then Robin just sneaks up and does a Jared Leto one. It was just this obnoxious scene from that show. It's delightful, and I've never seen it, and I'll never watch that show, but I like the clips from it. But anyway, very funny. You were talking about voices in your head. It made me think Joker. But what I want to see, what Red said made me think of the gear system in Injustice 2, actually, which I love that gear system. I thought it was really, really fun. And that was a competitive shooter too, or competitive shooter. That was a competitive fighting game, and you were able to bring your gear. I'm sure Halo, because it's a first-person shooter, the environment's different than a fighting game, but that would
Do you think
certainly
it
be a
should
cool
be
system.
stat-based, or should it be just cosmetic-based?
No, it was tied to your stats, and I liked that. I liked that a
No,
lot.
no, I'm not
actually.
talking about Injustice 2. I'm saying for Halo.
Yeah, no,
If you
for
wanna
Halo, I'd want to
upgrade
see
her-
it. Yep. In
So you
Halo, I'd
want
want
it
to see it
to have
stat-based
stats.
as well. Yes.
Okay.
So, and you know, there's transmog systems for a reason in these types of things, right? But I thought that was absolutely a really cool system. And I thought that it also offered for a lot of really cool, unique customization options for those characters, because they broke it down into like shoulder, chest, feet, ankles, hands, helmet, like
Knees and toes, knees and toes.
everything. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Exactly. They had it broken down into every category that you could possibly want to customize. The weapons too had differences.
I agree with you too. I just don't agree with Red when it comes to I don't want to change the color because he's naturally green. Like, why not? It's your Master Chief. Make him how you want, color included.
Right. I guess
Maybe they have like a different. Maybe they have like a lower reason why he has to change colors for this particular campaign. Who cares?
I guess like in turn, like if it's Master Chief, like we're used to the green, but like if we had like another like a new main character in a Halo game, that would make even more sense to just be able to do whatever the hell you want to do. But people would just get mad, I guess. I don't know, but I agree. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? Especially if it's single player,
Well-
and especially if it's co-op too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
if it's
yes.
multiplayer. I feel like their multiplayer. I don't play it enough to see like the cosmetics that roll through there, but I mean, I guess I have heard some of it's really good. The most I've seen, of course, is the cat ears, right? Because that was like a big thing when it came out.
So dumb.
I thought they were cute, but you know it's just your Spartan, right? It's not necessarily that you are playing as Chief. So like,
Yeah.
I really feel like their cosmetics could get way wackier than what they currently do. Like, it seems like it's mostly, again, correct me if I'm wrong, it's always the same armor, maybe some different paint schematics, and then maybe like some pokers on your, like the
Yeah.
little nail bits or
Well,
whatever, right?
yeah,
that like
well,
go on
well-
your shoulders or
I have a question about
that kind of stuff. But why don't they do crazy things with it, right? You could still have an armor-based look, but like be a full cat or like, you know what I mean? In
Well-
armor, like a cat armor or,
Yeah,
I
why do
think
they
that-
not have a Gears of War Spartan armor? Like they
Yeah,
have,
like stuff
they
like
give
that.
you the option for a Halo Spartan in Gears 5, but there's
What?
no. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
didn't know
I have to
that?
see this. I gotta look this up. Continue.
yeah. When I was playing Gears 5, I looked into the multiplayer, and one of the characters was a Spartan from Halo. But yeah, why is there no Gears of War inspired Spartan armor with
What?
the skull and the cog
Yeah.
and the helmet that the
Yep.
that the Marines wear? Like, come on, it's right
This-
there. You didn't
this
realize
is
this, Red?
so
You didn't know
cool.
that? I didn't know that.
Oh my god, I had
The
no
Spartan
idea.
with the chainsaw lancer? God, that would go so
That's
fucking
so
hard.
That is so cool. I had no idea. Look at me learning.
Bruh.
Look at me go. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think with the third person coming though, just to turn it back to third
Oh.
person, with the customization coming in, I think that with third person, people. I mean, there's so. One thing I'll say about Halo Infinite's multiplayer and its customization is it's done very, very well. One thing I still don't like, unless it's been improved. So chat, keep me honest here. The progression system is not good. Really bad. I want to be able to do well in a match, like in Call of Duty, based on how well I do. That's my experience. Like,
Yeah, they
hate
fixed
this
that.
Oh, did they do it? Okay, well then it's game of the year. Good, but
They
it
fixed it
has
like 2 seasons ago. Also, read what Palpatine said. That's
Oh,
another
okay.
good pick.
power armor.
Yeah.
From
exactly.
Fallout.
Oh, from Fallout. Yo, that would be
Maybe a
sick.
Constellation inspired one from Starfield would be nice. Like you
Well,
have so many IPs that use armor in their games. Just
DeMarcus
do
dying.
that.
Titanfall, they could do Titanfall stuff, and like there's so
Yeah.
many. Or even just make it silly. Like, who cares? Make it a KFC general, whatever his name is, right?
General
like,
Toes.
no, that's
General-
Chinese
Colonel-
chicken. Colonel Sanders. thank you.
There,
Yeah.
General-
Make it a Colonel Sanders
Oh,
like
I got a good
power
one.
armor or something. Like
I got a good one. How about
Yeah?
a Space Marine 2 inspired
Yes.
Spartan?
there you go. It's another
Oh,
one. Like,
man. Oh,
there's
man.
so many things I
Commander
feel like
Titans.
they're like
The
You know,
Commander Titus
people-
bundle.
people will pay money
That'd be
for
dope.
this stuff. They did, that was in Call of Duty. They had a whole Warhammer, like multiple bundles that you could buy.
Y'all
I
don't
know
want to
that.
know how much
Daryl's
money
coming.
the collaboration Elites and Siege give to Ubisoft. Yeah, it's holy crap. That's a lot of money.
Donnie says
Yeah.
clipped. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Let me just. I'm gonna end this
Clip for
poll here.
ideas.
I want to see.
Yo, we should just clip out this whole segment and just send it to 343 for ideas. Or send
There
it
you
to
go.
Halo Studios for ideas.
I'm sure that they've thought of this, but I don't know. Maybe, to be honest, with all of the stuff that they've been dealing with and trying to get the game like to the state that it is now, siphoning off a whole group of people to go make customized bundles for people to buy in the game probably wouldn't go over that well, right?
Right.
So.
Sorry, that was a cold show. I wasn't disagreeing with you.
Breathe
Real
time.
quick, 45. It looks like the majority. I was like, it looks like the majority of people are are pretty open to third person. 45% say that they want to try it before they judge it. 22%, yes. 22%, no, and 9% weird. Totally fair. Totally fair.
Holly,
Game
how did we
Seeker.
forget Doom?
I was gonna say Game
What?
Seekers is Halo, Gears, Doom, Fallout Cosmetics. Yes, Doom. How the hell did we
Doomslayer.
forget about
How
Doom?
did we forget him? The
Man.
fuck?
You know that Doom
Especially
and
in that new
Halo-
fur thing.
Oh,
from
with the fuck,
Dark
man.
Ages.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
You know that Doom and Halo are coming together at some point in some game in some way. They're gonna have a thing together. Like the next Halo will have like a Doom skin or vice versa. Oh, it'd be so cool.
What if they had like a crossover thing where Doomslayer came in to help Chief go through the flood for like a section?
He literally just goes.
Do
"Stand
you
back."
have
He just pushes him
any
out.
idea
He's like,
What
just
kind
like-
of lore breaking shit Halo Studios and its studios would have to come up with to make that a thing?
And it would be so cool.
It would be so cool
It would be so cool.
to see
As
Doomslayer.
DLC, you could do it like DLC or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, like not.
Okay.
I would love it. I would
Now-
love
That would be
now we're
cool,
getting into
Assassin.
it.
You stop it. You know it'd be
You
cool.
stop
You
this.
stop
No,
it.
I know it's cool, but that actually gets me really excited. Yeah.
See?
That's fair.
Mission accomplished. That's all.
Doom fans be like, what the fuck?
Umbra, what's up, bro? He says, I didn't get a chance to vote. Umbra, you weren't here when I was complimenting your last show. I listened to your whole show twice, because you guys had such a great discussion, especially on Metaphor. You guys broke that down so well. You guys broke down so many like little intricacies about that game and the politics and real life stuff.
Yeah,
it was
we
great.
need to get an Xbox JRPG podcast off the ground. Just you, me, Umbra, pick someone else.
Seriously, Umbra, hire
Please.
Assassin as a permanent panel member.
Black
and
Black
thank you.
Viking would be very good.
Oh, that's a
All
great.
right,
Yeah.
4 of us is a JRPG podcast for Xbox fans.
There you go. There you go.
That way, everyone knows we exist.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, look, chat. What do you guys think? I just want to go through with Halo. Panda says, think they will. Sorry, I can't see. I need glasses. I am so sorry. Why can I am I dying right now? I think they will finally branch out to bring interest back, since they know what they are currently doing doesn't work. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. Exactly. Yeah. Well said. Well said. Exactly. Yadani says Holly is a furry. Confirmed. Okay. Thank you. Lotus is free, so smash that sub button. Thank you so much, Lotus. Appreciate you as always.
Hey,
for
Lotus.
being here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone's. I know Elemental Hero earlier said my problem with the new studio name in Halo is basically if the studio is going to hurt the story and lore of Halo, what changes they are doing to Halo. So I guess they're just saying, are they going to stay true to it, or are they just going to do whatever the hell they want and disrespect it? Which is something that, that's just sort of the effect of change, change being very difficult, and it's also the catalyst of happiness. Sometimes, only sometimes.
I would say that Halo 5's campaign is already disrespectful enough. They can't do much more than that.
Okay, well,
Hold my beer.
oh, they're
Stop.
like, oh, you wait, motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Did someone? Sorry, I was scrolled way up. Yadani Kazada, dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yadani Kazada get to 5 channel memberships. Yes, if you want to become a channel member, become a Renegade runner, you get early access to videos. You also get access to the Discord after 2 months. Paid member. This way we can rule out the people who are going to be a-holes to each other. That's the only reason that it's locked behind the membership wall, because I just want people to want to be there. So if you want to become a member, you can. Thank you so much, Yadani, for that. I really, really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Sincerely. Yadani said, lurkers have been unmasked. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I guess they would be the first one. So shout out to Chuck, Joseph Lemons, Patrick, Soron Grant, and Dalbert Rose. Poor Flava Flav. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, show yourselves. Stop lurking. Say hi in the chat. You don't have to sit here and have a whole conversation. We just want you to say hey. Yadani says, "Oh my, I am not a member this month. Maybe I lost Discord access." No, Yadani, come on, stop it. Anyway, all right. Any other thoughts?
Why is Umbra not a member?
That is a good. Well, when I become a channel member on Umbra's show, he'll become a channel member on my shows. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, but yeah, thank you all so much for the support this evening. And any other thoughts on Halo?
Wish it luck.
Great. You know who doesn't need luck? That would be Bloober Team. Because Bloober Team is getting super duper praised with Silent Hill 2 remake. And just a little backstory, not backstory, but just a little insight. People, the reason that Silent Hill 2 is the game that got remade out of all the other Silent Hill games, it is definitely the most popular one in the franchise. Has an incredible story. The environment, now for its time, I'm not going to sit here and say that it had amazing combat and the voice acting was it's just that it did so many things right that worked together that it became a cult classic. So Silent Hill 2 being remade, I'm really surprised at the reviews, not because I was expecting it to be bad, but whenever we're going to talk about remakes until we're 77 years old. Just like this episode, 77. But we're used to like these big AAA companies doing remakes, so we have faith in them. So whenever we hear about Capcom doing a remake, we're like, of course it's going to be amazing. Or what's the other one that's coming out? Metal Gear. Konami. It's like, even if Konami isn't known for doing remakes, we can probably bet with the money and their, the experience of making games in general, they could probably pull off a pretty good remake. Bloober Team had a lot of backlash from their last. I think their last game was Medium, right? Which very similar to Silent Hill in general, just being with the two worlds thing. And I didn't play a whole lot of it, but I kind of want to now. A lot of people didn't like it. So anyway, I said all that just to say, was it good? Did you? Were you scared?
It was worth the play. I don't think I was scared. It's been 2 or 3 years since it came out. Yeah, I don't know that it was quite worth full price, but it was definitely, wasn't fantastic, but it was a good enough game to say, yeah, you should try it once.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, sorry,
yeah,
didn't mean to railroad
okay.
that. Just,
no, it's okay.
It was a better game, I think, than some people gave it credit for.
Sure. Yeah, I think Silent Hill is not Resident Evil. For anyone who's like, it looks like it's a Resident Evil over the shoulder type thing. It's not. Silent Hill 2 especially, I mean, there had been survival horror games before, but I think Silent Hill really stood its own ground with being, it's not necessarily like jump scare scary, it's like environmentally extremely disturbing. It makes you uncomfortable all the time. And it did that so well with its really grotesque enemies, and it's the world, and the soundscape is incredible, even for its time. Like, so you would have this radio on you, and the radio will get distorted. I'm sure that they've done this in the remake. I haven't seen anything about mechanics in the game, but in the old Silent Hill games, whenever an enemy would get near you, your radio would start to pick up static. So it just gives you this white noise static, and you have no idea where the enemy is. You just know that there's an enemy near. So you have this like constantly in your ear as you're like, where's the enemy? And it just makes everything so uncomfortable. And it was incredible. So it has gotten, Silent Hill 2 Remake has gotten incredible reviews, and people are seemingly loving it all up and down. And it's out right now, right? It came out today. Yeah? Yeah.
No.
It is out today, yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking it was the 11th, but whatever.
There was early access.
That's Metaphor.
That opened up on Friday.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah. Metaphor.
Yeah. But today was the
and
official
Silent
release
Hill.
day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Assassin, I know that you're really excited about this. This is out on PC, DeMarco. So, DeMarco, you know, did you ever play any of the Silent Hill games, or have you seen anything about Silent Hill 2? Does it interest you after everything I've said?
Hill 2 does, because I like horror games and I like atmospheric horror. And I don't think I've had a good experience since like survival horror type third person over the shoulder since the last Resident Evil, RE Village. Well, that was first person.
Four?
That was first.
You talking about 4?
You talking about
The
4?
remake?
No.
Eight.
The last time I've played like a good kind of atmospheric horror game was RE Village. I should have thrown in the third person part. I don't know why I did that, but
Well, it does have a third person mode.
It
Maybe
does,
that's
yeah.
why you said
I want to
that.
go back to it.
yeah, I haven't. That's not the version. It does. You're right. That's not the version I played. No, I'm just being an idiot. Don't try to justify me, assassin. Just.
I'm just saying, maybe that's why you said third person, because you vaguely remembered that.
No, the last like atmospheric horror game I remember was Resident Evil Village. Before that, probably, as far as third person goes, The Evil Within. So
Damn.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
man.
Alan Wake
Wow.
2? Actually, no,
That's
that's
a
not
long
true. I've
time.
been playing some Alan Wake 2 here and there, and I
By
played
the
Alan Wake.
way, that was Silent Hill and Resident Evil had a baby inspired. Was the whole premise of Evil Within. With the
Yep. Well, that was Shinji
multi-dimensions and
Mikami.
stuff.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So yeah, no, I'm excited for Silent Hill because I've only heard good things about Silent Hill, and now the remake is getting positive feedback. So I'm down to check it out. I want to see what it's all about. I'm curious about the decision to do 2 and not 1. Still, because as someone who's going fresh into this series, I would have this little itch in the back of my head going,
I can explain. I can alleviate that itch.
But
So-
this isn't the first one.
So this is very
Yeah.
similar to, again, with Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 was probably it was the most popular for its time in the entry. But 3 with Metal Gear, a great entry point because it takes place. It's the beginning of the timeline for the Metal Gear franchise. But not only that, it was like the most popular Metal Gear game back then. So that was like a double whammy for them. But with Silent Hill 2, it's identical to Final Fantasy, DeMarco. So even though they're numbered and subtitled, none of them are connected. You don't need to know anything about they are a metaphor, no pun intended, because the game's coming out. But Silent Hill 2 stories are ironically so metaphorical with literally everything. So the experiences and the emotional beats that you'll experience in a Silent Hill game are like not on the nose at all. It's very much like, what the hell cutscene did I just watch? What is the metaphor for whatever this character is going through? Because there are like enemies that are like have like their mouth shut, but their arms are like tied behind their back, and they're like, and it's like even the enemies are like a metaphor for some sort of personal suffering. It's so
The
deep.
metaphors are metaphors.
It's so the metaphors are metaphors. There's so much, but again, Silent Hill 2 was the big hit back in the day, just like Metal Gear 3 was big breakout in the franchise. So that, I hope that answers your question.
No, they should have just called it Silent Hills.
Yeah, bring
And
Norman Reedus.
It's the 2.
I get you.
it's
I
the
get you.
two,
Yeah. We'll
and
put
I
a
see
subtitle
2, and
instead
I'm
of
like,
2. Yeah.
This isn't 1.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
even to your point about like Metal Gear 3 being the first in the time of Metal Gear, that weirds me out though, even when people are like, oh no, but start with this. Like when people ask, DeMarco, you were just asking about the Star Wars, which way to watch it, right? Like 4, 5, 6, and then go back to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, do you watch that?
Or go 1, 2, 3. And I have a mentally very hard time going, but no, they were released in this order. Like, I feel like I should play them in this order, even though you're telling me that, like, start with this one because it's the first in the chronological space. And I'm like,
yeah.
but it wasn't released in that. Like, I feel like the story has to still make sense to start with the one that they came out with first. Like, how you know, like my brain has a hard time with that.
It's similar
The
to
other thing,
Resident
too,
Evil,
is
right?
what I
Resident Evil 2 doesn't have any of the same characters or locations that Resident Evil 1 has. RE1 has like Chris, Jill, they have Barry, but none of those characters return for 2. It's Leon, it's Claire. It's not set in the Spencer's Mansion like 1. It's set in the police station, in the Umbrella Corps labs, it's in the sewers. Same thing with Silent Hill 2. None of the characters from the first one are in the second one, none of the same locations. It's just Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2.
yeah.
No real connection between the two.
The thing
But I
that,
get your
the thing
point.
that also gets me nervous about it too is because this is a separate instance because as you're saying it's like a Black Mirror episode, right? They're unrelated, but the thing that does get me too is, for example, when I was trying to play Halo, we were talking about Halo. When I was trying to play Halo, my friend insisted that we start with Reach because that's a prequel to Halo 1. And we did. And the problem with that was it still relied on, at least I felt as though it relied on you as the player having some fundamental understanding of the rules of the world and of the factions in the world and all these other things, right? So it expected that you had been engrossed, even though it's a prequel and you technically don't need to, right? But there were underlying assumptions, and that's at least the feel. And then I went back and we took a long hiatus from it. Then we went back and we did 1, 2. Now we're actually doing it in release order, and instantaneously it was a lot more of a satisfying experience to play it in that way. So things of that nature I always am wary of, and that's a first-hand experience too, where it was definitively better to do it for me in the release order.
That's a really good point. And I would say, like, with Silent Hill 2 in comparison to the other ones, I would say this still follows that logic of like a Halo 1, and then Silent Hill would be a Halo 1.5. So it's not far off from being too removed from the mechanics that you should have already known about. Like I talked about, like the radio and stuff like that. It's like these things always get introduced in the same way, thankfully, because they're all a different journey. They're a different personal journey for whatever trauma the character that you're playing as is going through or dealing with, or whatever. And it's weird to explain, but once you play Silent Hill for a little bit, you'll start to understand, like, Silent Hill is like an anomaly, like literally like an anomaly. Like I've heard a lot of people say, like, the location of Silent Hill, it's like sort of like purgatory, or it's like another dimension that you go through, or it's like a place in your mind or whatever. But there's all these theories. But it actually is. This is fun history. Silent Hill is actually based on a real life location in Pennsylvania called Centralia. This is real, by the way. There was an underground mine, coal mine, and there was a fire that got started in this mine. So it being coal, it never stops burning. So because of that, the area of Centralia is always engulfed in smoke and smog, and it's very dangerous to go to. The pavement is completely screwed up. You can't see in front of your face, and they don't let you in there because it's dangerous, because it's constantly on fire underground. So that was actually the premise for Silent Hill. Fun fact. And I just completely forgot my whole point of everything else I was saying. But hey, BT Maverick says, any good tips for my first playthrough? Thank you so much, by the way. BT Maverick, a $5 super chat. Thank you. Who's also a channel member. Thank you. Any good tips for my first playthrough of Silent Hill? I'm a huge fan of horror games like Dead Space, Alan Wake 2, and Resident Evil games. Thank you guys. Love the show. We love you, BT. Thank you. Umbra had a great first... some advice is turn off the lights and volume up. Yes, put your headphones on, turn off all the lights. Don't play it while you're listening to a podcast. Yeah, tips though. I would say don't try to fight everything. Don't try to fight everything. That's how I remember playing Silent Hill 2. I tried to fight everything, and I found it much easier to, unless there's an enemy blocking your path, just do not risk losing health, because it is a survival horror game. So you want to hang on to your items and whatnot. So don't try to fight everything, and pay attention to your radio. You know, just take it slow. Take it slow. I would ask you guys, but I don't think anyone else has ever played Silent Hill. So,
I have not, but I will tomorrow.
there you go. There you go. So, Umber says if he experienced them in Silent Hill 2, I believe it's based off others playing it. I've talked with about. I'm sorry. Maybe he's. I think he's talking with someone. I'm sorry.
He is.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Holly, are you gonna get Silent Hill 2? Sorry, I know we talked about you playing the medium, but are you interested in Silent Hill 2? It's on PC.
Yeah, I bought it on PC. I didn't get it on my PlayStation. Yeah.
My God.
I just haven't started yet because I don't want to play it during the day. I just want to play it at night.
Yes, you were a purist.
So
Yes.
and the problem is I've also like timing and stuff because I got it Sunday, I think it was, and so like timing with some other stuff that's been happening. When I've sat down to play, it's been late at night, and I didn't want to start because horror games are typically pretty story driven. So I've just been like
Especially
burning through more Midnight Suns on that, right? But like I want to in the next few days at night when I don't have plans, I'm gonna start trying to burn through that with all the lights off and stuff.
There you go.
So I am excited to play it. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Fantastic.
And scurry.
And Assassin, you're gonna be streaming this.
I am. Silent Hill 2 Remake will be part of my month-long streamathon for horror games. Finishing Resident Evil tonight, Silent Hill will start tomorrow, and yada yada yada. I'll explain that again later.
Yeah, and hey,
yes,
everyone
it is on
in
my list.
chat, if you could do me a favor, go into the description of this video and give Assassin a follow on Twitch and his YouTube channel. That way you don't miss anything that he's doing, because he streams a lot and he's so fun. Assassin, your whole persona is just you're so lovely and so easy to be around, and your Twitch streams are so genuine, and I just love it. And I just wanted to give you that compliment.
And he's really good at interacting with chat while he's playing.
While
which
you're
not
playing.
everybody is.
It's great. Yeah, you do a great job. So be sure, everyone, go give Assassin a follow. The link is in the description right now, Twitch and YouTube. That way you can catch his Silent Hill streams, his October horror-thon. Well, you know what I mean.
That's
DeMarco,
a good one, yeah.
DeMarco, are you gonna get in on this horror-thon with Silent Hill?
I'm just gonna assassinate.
I can't watch him play if I'm going to play.
No, I didn't mean his horror-thon. I just mean your horror-thon.
I cannot get.
There it is.
What?
Here we go. If it doesn't start with Bethesda Softworks, you won't either watch it or
How
play
about I am currently in the middle of a 100+ hour RPG with another one on the horizon releasing on Halloween.
Very fair. Very fair.
That I'm a bigger fan of, that I'm an established fan of the Dragon Age franchise, and I am not an established Silent Hill fan.
Okay. So you can watch my jerk.
You sounded like a lawnmower when it's outside of your window with your door shut. That was like, that was great. It was like, oh man. If anyone doesn't know what the hell just happened, just rewind 10 seconds and watch your camera, and then come back live to us. Great. Well, there you go. There's there's Silent Hill 2. And by the way, I was gonna get it on PC. Again, it's my favorite. It's not just my favorite horror franchise. It's my favorite horror game of all time. I played Silent Hill 2 whenever I was like, I had to be like 12 or something like that. It actually is what got me into horror games, and I love it so much. But I'm pretty sure it's still a year timed exclusive to Xbox. So I was gonna get it on PC. I actually tried to get a review code for it. Konami actually emailed me back, believe it or not, and they were like, we don't have any more codes for PC, go fuck yourself. And I was like, thanks. And they actually literally said that, besides the thank you part. But So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see if there's any announcement in the next few months for for Xbox, and then I'll get it there. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, what?
Okay. No, I was. Never mind. Just keep going.
Okay. Okay. You know what else is happening? I have to check my title of this podcast so I can know what the hell else is happening. Speaking of horror games.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror games.
There you go.
I was all set and ready. For
Yeah,
you.
you're setting me up, baby. Speaking, it's October, and it's the help me 10th anniversary of Alien Isolation.
Yes.
Right.
The 10th anniversary of when Ryan McCaffrey at IGN gave it a 5.9 out of 10.
Oh God, that silly little.
I
guy.
remember that. I remember that because I was like, but it's aliens. How could
He's
it
like-
possibly be
He
that
recently quote
like,
tweeted it.
Yeah.
He quote tweeted saying,
He
but industry analysts said that my review killed it, and everyone just keeps going at him like, bro, your review did kill it for a good while. The only reason why it's a thing now is because the movie did so well, and the director directly quoted Alien Isolation as the actual main inspiration for the movie. That's the only reason it's getting a sequel. Shag off.
Yes.
Love
I
how
like
you
Ryan.
paused and goofed yourself before you kept going. That was the best part.
Wheezing.
Squeal Ryan McCaffrey.
Squeal Why McQuaffwee. He has no
Look,
wheezing.
Ryan has some good takes, but he also has some very terrible takes. Bro, come on.
I want to go back and watch that review actually to see if there was any legit.
And then they had the
Legitimate.
gall to do a
Oh.
quote-unquote
Yeah.
re-review or about Alien Isolation. Like,
We with you?
what the hell?
We with you?
Like, no, it was not. God damn it. They're like, in defense of Alien
I
Isolation,
remember
and the
that.
comments were like, what do you mean in defense? You guys nearly killed it. What are you talking about?
Oh man, that got me.
One of the things that they complained about the most was they said it was just too sensitive in a lot of areas. Like some areas, there was just no way that you could get through, you know, without the alien snatching your face off. So, like, that was one of the big complaints. And
But
And I would say
that's
I would say as someone who has played it, it's actually still installed right now because I have the spreadsheet of games that I need to beat, and Alien being it's at the very top, and I'm like, get out of here. So I keep it installed to try to like give myself some incentive to just play a little bit here and there. And I will say it does, like, you're trying to do something and you hear like a tink in the background, you're like, what the fuck was that? And it could be nothing, or it's the alien about to snatch your face off, as Holly would say. And I would say, like,
It adapts to how you fight it too.
yes.
So you constantly like try to distract it by throwing things or whatever. It will be like, nope, no. You've done that.
Yeah.
And I love that. So
Or
it
like
learns
if
as
you
you
hide a
play.
whole bunch, it will like search
It'll start
more
searching
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it would be like it'll open one locker and be like, I guess these other 25 lockers are clear. But if you hide a whole lot in those lockers, it'll be like, I'm opening every one of these motherfuckers against you. Yeah.
it's like Outlast. How did it know I was in this one?
Yes, exactly.
Bull.
Exactly.
Bull.
Outlast. God, we gotta, man.
So I'm hearing
so
that I
much
should add
shit.
Alien
We
Isolation.
should play
to the
that this
list.
month because it's October.
That's true. That's true.
Yes,
Sorry,
but-
Assassin good?
I was just saying, I guess I should add Alien Isolation to the list. And you guys have fun with Outlast Trials, because that's not on Xbox.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
We've played it. We put like 20 hours into
We
it.
play it on Xbox.
There's a physical edition?
It is-
Where is it?
No. Well,
Okay,
It
then.
is so good. It's just so
It's
good.
it's great.
It's
Like
so
co-op horror, they
good.
pulled it off. It's great.
Well,
It's perfect.
when they get a physical
Perfect.
edition, let me know.
Umbra, when are we playing again?
The Outlast Twiles.
Y'all really gonna roast that review, aren't you? For that. I roasted myself so that way y'all didn't roast me. What the fuck?
I know, but bro, you know me
I know,
now.
it's too
I
good.
love word flubs so much. Like, it's like the funniest thing to me. It actually
No,
it
the
makes
fuck
me,
you don't.
it aggravates the shit out of me when people are having like this serious discussion, and they're like, yeah, the timeline of the excuse me, the timeline. I'm like, how did you not stop yourself? How did no one else stop you and laugh at that? And you're gonna sit here and pretend like you don't have a sense of humor, you piece of shit. Oh, it makes me so mad when people don't laugh at their own word flubs. Anyway, I'm projecting, but anyway,
Umbra said he'll play with us.
Oh, that's right. Umbra did play with us. It was, yes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yes. We will definitely hit you up when the time comes. Fantastic. And thank you guys so much. I thank you guys, everyone that is here. We have over 30 people here watching us tonight. Really appreciate everyone being here. Hit the like button. Hey, hit the like at the least and the sub in the most, or whatever the fuck I say all the time. Really appreciate everyone being here as always. It's the highlight of the week, as always. And yeah, so Alien Isolation is getting a sequel. Now, I haven't finished the game, but I'm curious if they're gonna make it third person. No, I'm just kidding. I'm curious if they're gonna. I don't know what. I don't know what happens. I don't think they will. I'm curious if they're going to switch. I'm curious to see how they're gonna switch it up, because it's been 10 effing years. So I don't think they're gonna deviate too much, like a third person or anything like that, or like
the setting will
characters.
change.
Yeah, I think the setting will
probably
change. We'll play as another girl, because that's like classic Alien. You know, the feeble, weak woman. I'm just kidding. Chat, calm down.
Well, it might have some. I would think that it's gonna have some tie-ins to some of the stuff they did in Romulus. So
I still haven't seen Romulus. Ugh, I'm gonna watch it so bad. I've heard it's good.
it's so good.
Okay,
It's good.
Thank you.
I don't think
It's
DeMarco liked
DeMarco?
it. It's not as good as 1 or 2, but I would say it's third best.
It's completely average.
You're average. No, that's not true. That's not true. You're not average.
It is entirely an average movie, if I'm being honest. The coolest thing about it is the universe that it takes place in. So if I'm gonna give it a brownie point because it's Alien, then I'll make it a 6. But if you take away Alien, there is nothing special about it.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I love Alien. You know how excited I was for that movie.
Yeah.
No, you were excited for the popcorn bucket. There's a difference.
Because it's... Well, I was very excited for the popcorn bucket, but because it's tied
Ollie's
to
got
the
it right
movie.
there
Which you
behind
did not get.
I know, but it's super cool, and I'm very jealous.
Look at that.
But you think it's a mid movie, so you don't deserve it.
Yeah, but the popcorn bucket can still be cool. The popcorn bucket was better than the movie. That's what I could say about it.
Okay, now we're getting into spicy hot takes moment. Okay.
Well, so anyway, Alien Isolation is getting a 2, a sequel, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. It's a did Outlast come before Alien Isolation?
Yes, by 1 year.
Oh,
You
really?
just know this.
But he's this is why I snatched him up like an alien snatching your face. I snatched him right up and I said, "You're sticking with me, kid." Assassin, you need to be on more.
Yeah, Outlast
places.
came out in 2013, if I remember. Or one of them did. I remember that at least. And Alien Isolation came out a year later.
Okay.
So yes,
it's
I do
hard
know
to
this.
Yeah, well, what else can we really say? It's Alien, it's Isolation, and it's a game.
Well, can
You
we
know?
talk about the fact that none of us or no one ever thought that it would happen? Or the fact that it's the same team that's doing it?
Who is the
I
team,
mean,
Assassin?
I read.
Creative Assembly. They were doing
Oh.
a live service for Hyenas,
I didn't know that.
or that was called Hyenas. Sega canceled the project, I think, last year, or sometime within the last 18 months. And now they're doing Alien Isolation 2, so technically
Well-
Sega gave them permission to do this again. Yay?
I heard though that they're doing it because how well Romulus did.
That
I like
this
that
is
glass.
what I
I
just
like that
said,
glass you
like,
just drank
5
out of.
minutes ago.
Look at that. Little tinted.
Well,
brown.
to be fair, if they wanted to do a sequel, they didn't have to go to Creative Assembly and Sega to do it. They could have just asked another developer to do it. But the fact that
Well,
they
but
went
they have
to
the
the same
assets
team and
and
publisher,
stuff, right?
I mean, they do, but making a game from scratch. Yes, it's a very hard process, but it's not impossible. But I'm glad that it's the same team doing it. They probably, for the past 10 years, have had so many new ideas that popped up in their heads and that they can now implement now. So that's a win for them, and to be honest, with this announcement, Sega is on a roll this year. Persona 3, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, SMT, Metaphor, now announcing this.
Oh yeah,
And
they're
Sonic
cozy,
Shadow
man.
Generations. They're the publisher of the year as far as I'm concerned.
And it's gonna be green, so Xbox marketing confirmed, baby. There you go.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so well, no one will know that it's coming to PlayStation because they did too much of a good job.
Wasn't Alien Isolation marketed heavily with PlayStation?
I don't
Or
know.
am I thinking of that
I think
backwards?
it was Xbox. I think it was Xbox. But I mean, Xbox has a really good relationship with Sega now, right
Yeah.
now anyway, right? So it would make sense that it would.
Yeah,
come
their
through
games are
Xbox.
coming to Game Pass. They're helping them with their Super Game initiative. Apparently,
Yeah,
they
hey,
also
Metaphor's
helped
coming to Game
convince
Pass.
Sega to go back. No, it's not. No, it's not. Jeff
Oh.
Keighley, you're
Keighley
trying to
said so.
overcompensate here.
It made me
No.
when Jeff Keighley tweeted that out. I immediately was like, I no longer believe that Jeff Keighley is in control of his own account. I feel like someone else manages his fucking account and just does whatever he wants them to do. There's no way that dude was sitting on his couch in his Garfield pajamas, with one sock on, one sock off, with a Persona T-shirt on, and said, "I'm gonna tweet this out accurately because I've done all my research."
I never
There's no
thought
way.
that I'd ever see Xbox diehards and PlayStation diehards go after Keighley for this. Like, this was the first time I'd ever seen that. Everyone's
It
like,
was wild.
no, it's not.
I mean, look, but I'm kidding, but I'm being hyperbolic as always. But honest mistake if that was the case. But because
I sure
Persona,
hope so.
Persona 3 came to Game Pass and all that. So
Tactica. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, DeMarco, have you watched The Penguin yet?
No, they're doing one episode a week, so I'm waiting for.
Okay, I know 3 episodes are out, and I haven't watched it yet. I've heard
I've only
it's
heard good things.
amazing. Yeah,
I've only heard good things.
yeah.
Good.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
What are we
Okay,
talking
Holly,
about
can
here?
you talk? We're talking about the Penguin TV show. Chat, let me know if you guys have watched it yet. No spoilers, because I don't think anyone has watched it except for Holly.
Why are you guys talking about a ballerina show?
No, we're not talking
Penguin
about
is
John Wick.
so
Is it
good.
rated R, Holly?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that makes me so excited. That makes me so excited. Because I wanted the Batman to be rated R. I'm like, at the end of the movie when Batman is beating the ever living shit out of this dude on the swinging thing, to where he has to be like stopped from beating him, and this dude's like, ow, and there's no blood on him, there's nothing. This man should have been nothing, left with like a pulp, but they didn't show that because it's Batman and they had to be PG-13.
Part
So
2
whenever I
is
saw,
PG-2.
what is it?
Part 2 is gonna be PG-13 also.
Ah, man, give us a Reeves
Matt
cut.
Reeves said as much.
Okay. Well, it's fuck. But yeah, Donnie
You can't
says
tell it's Colin Farrell. Like he just like
He
the
sinks
makeup
into
is
that role,
really
yeah.
good. The accent that he does is just like spot on.
man,
The walk. Oh my gosh, the walk.
it's crazy.
It's just
I
his car is a plum colored Maserati with gold trim. Like
so he
it's
nails.
just all there. It's so good.
man.
Like it's good. And like the idea of hey, I'm waddling here. That's Jonas. It is
What's up, bro?
so good. Like he just like the aspect of the Penguin, instead of being, this like cheesy boss that Batman fights and all that stuff, right? Like the sort of like cartoonized version, right, of
Yeah.
the character.
He's a
It's like the
mobster.
Joker, right? Like with Joaquin, right? Like they just made it real world.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is. It's just exactly what you want. It's him as part of the Falcone family, and like the all of the stuff that comes with like the Sopranos, right? The mob boss stuff and all of that, and like
I love that
the
shit.
grudging and the undermining of each other, the sneaky, he's smart, right? Like they don't.
Yeah.
So good. So
I
good.
can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, people in chat are saying, Jonas says Penguin is so good. Yadani says Penguin is amazing. Yadani also says Waika Dwagon. Sorry, sis, I had to read that. King Style says I'm dying to watch it. Yeah. What's up? Shout out to Jonas. Thank you so much for being here, bro. We miss you. We miss you just being in our presence. I hope you're doing good, bro. Umbra says, oh, sorry, Holly checking out Penguin as he walks. She's like, damn girl. I like how Panda says hot that like button, please. She meant to say hit, or maybe she said hot because that's her New Zealand accent. So
Hit the like button.
hit the like button. Yes, thank you,
Hit the like.
Panda, Umbra, Jonas, Yadani, King Styles, and all for. Oh, and Game Adaptation Newscast says it's amazing. Colin Farrell is incredible. Emmy nom. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
When even in the nightclub scene in the Batman, where he's like, "Oh, take it easy, sweetheart," and he's like, "You're everything they say there, aren't you?" I'm like, this is really Colin Farrell. It's crazy to me. Like, just that. It's just crazy. Like, and he's got like this little smirk. You know how like when people like a lot of people, some people smile with their eyes. And Colin Farrell as the Penguin does this thing where you just want to punch him in the face because he looks like all the time like he's like
He kind of squints at you a little with that. Yeah.
like he's like saying something to you, but he's got something in the back of his head that he could just throw out at you at any moment. Like he's being a smartass all the time, and it's so good. It's just a sign of a great. Whenever you hate a villain, that is just such a good sign of a great performance. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch that. Yeah, I've been so busy. Time is just effed right now. And then Daryl Dixon, chapter 2, essentially the Book of Carol came out for you Walking Dead fans, which is actually why they in Call of Duty they released Daryl. So I think that's why they did it. Haven't got a chance to watch that yet. Haven't even watched Cobra Kai.
What's that on?
That's on AMC, so you could get it through Hulu.
Oh, the AMC Plus thing?
Yeah, so you can watch it through Hulu with an AMC Plus. You know how that shit works. It doesn't make any sense, but anyway, you can watch it there. Yeah, so that's out, and that show is amazing. The first season was so good. It was so good. It was such a return to Walking Dead. It was meaningful characters. Everything made sense. It wasn't this fluffed shit. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, but really excited to see that season 2 of that. Yeah, Umbra says it's insane how good the makeup is for Colin as Penguin. Yeah, it's crazy. True 77, what's up, bro? Thank you for being here. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate you all so much, so much. And again, if you're new here, you're checking us out on the A end of the P. P means podcast. Then hey, listen, we go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you're new, slap the like, spank the sub, do all those dirty things with us every Tuesday. That'd be great. Speaking of dirty things, hey, Assassin.
Can I, for once, just get a segue? That's actually nice. Why does it have to be dirty? Why does it have to be... Why? Why does it have to be degrading or dirty or
Because you're
anything?
not on camera.
Because you're...
Fuck off.
It's a tax.
It is a tax. 100%. It's a no camera tax. Exactly. I'm gonna make your. Look, chat. I'm gonna
Love
make.
us.
Maybe I should be a mainstay on the fix. They don't chastise me for not wearing a camera.
Look at this. I'm gonna
Thank
make
You were a
your.
guest. Trust me, it'll change in the background.
Here,
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
keep your icon like this, and the closer that you get to being on camera, the bigger it'll get. There you go. Is that a fair trade?
What now? I didn't even hear the first part. What?
You have to see it to see what I'm talking about. Anyway,
I don't. What? Someone explain it, please.
It's fine. It's fine. Look at that. Umbra says, "You're always welcome to the fixes." Assassin. He gave you a winky face, like,
Thank you.
"Come on
Umbra.
over. I'll recruit you. You don't have to be here forever, and I'll never
Oh my God.
patronize you about not being on camera. It's fine because Umbra knows. Umbra knows. There you go. I'll put you back where you need." Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Fiji Maverick says the what does he say? The walking dread. Okay. Oh, I see. I'll play on the word flip there. I love that. I love that so much. Speaking of love. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm trying to get you out of here. Assassin, where can people find you? You're doing a what? Okay. Okay. Yes, please do it. Go sub to Assassin. It's in the description. Oh, I'm dumb.
Do you
There
hate
you
me
go.
that much?
There we go. No,
Red!
I know what happened. I hit
What did you do?
I hit undo one too many times, and the third thing that I did besides make your screen smaller was I had the desktop muted. So not only could they not hear you, they couldn't hear anyone. So let's start this over. Ready? In a 3, 2, and a 1. Assassin, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Assassin52. The links are in the description down below. Please, I am doing a streamathon for horror games all month long. I'll be finishing Resident Evil 2 Remake tonight. I'll be starting Silent Hill 2 Remake tonight. I got plans for Dead Space Remake and Alan Wake 2 later in the month. And maybe now Alien Isolation. So, if you want to go ahead and hit that sub button on my Twitch, so that way you guys are informed of when I go live.
There you go. Yeah, everyone go do that. I love King Style says rookie.
And I will not have a camera.
And you will not
Just
have a camera.
FYI.
Right. One thing
I
I
will not
love
have a
about your
camera.
chat is that you have this thing turned on where whatever you type will be read out in a British voice. And I love abusing that.
Oh,
it'd be
you
like-
use text to speech?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, oh my, okay.
So it'd be like, my mum used to
So-
spank me on the bottom.
So Red, DeMarco, Arcane, and my friend Slayer, they were in chat a few nights ago. They were abusing that system. I had to turn it off.
It was so good. It was so good.
Oh my god. It was
We were
so
being
bad. I'm like,
absolute
shut
children.
up. All
We kept
of you.
spamming like pee pee, poo poo, and stuff like that, read in a very posh British voice. It was great. Love it. Love it so much. Yeah, go sub to Assassin right now on Twitch and and YouTube. Holly, where are you?
In a glass
Here.
cage of emotion. No, I'm sorry. Anytime
Oh,
anybody
wow.
says that, that's where my head
Exactly.
goes.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Classic throwback.
Yes.
It's funny, before you muted us all except yourself, I thought, oh, this is the first time we're getting out of here before DeMarco looks totally like out the window
Look at
wanting
his little
to
smile on his
like-
face. Yeah.
But I think we've accomplished that again tonight, so we're par for the
Skirting
course.
line. Yeah, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
So on Friday nights, I am on the Infinite podcast, which actually we taped early this week because Brisket has some work conflicts every other week. And he dropped the episode early this week because of the Halo stuff. The Halo stuff came out like half an hour before we recorded. So he dropped it yesterday. Other than that, I should be getting the new Call of Duty coins in this week. So if you want an opportunity to win a coin from fan art, follow Ben Kenobi 2020 or myself on Twitter. We'll be posting some giveaways, and also some of your favorite podcasts will also be, I'm assuming, we'll also be doing those giveaways as well. And then we have another one planned for November, which will be very special. Umbra's always begging for a coin.
Wake me up when there's a Fable one.
You're not getting a ding dang one of these, you cod fraud. You're
Cod
not
fraud.
getting one of these at all. But,
Quad.
anyway,
Quad. Quad fought? Wow.
yes, that's it. And thank you, chat, for being here. You guys are always really fun to interact with. An N7 coin would be amazing. I would agree with that too. But
Yes, True 77 is right there with the Mass Effect
Yeah.
love, bro.
Any
Love.
plans for a Dragon Age coin by chance?
no.
So, DeMarco, where can people find?
Wow.
Not getting a Fable coin. At
Oh.
DeMarco Dude on YouTube and
I
on
hate
Twitter.
you so much.
Yep, and DeMarco's link is in the description as well. Go follow him on all the things. You can find me at my link in the description on Twitter, Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter, and here we are on YouTube. So you found me. And any closing thoughts, Assassin?
Just a question for Holly. How does Umbra manage 3 podcasts that he owns? Like, he owns The Fix, he does
Boom.
the Infinite podcast.
He doesn't own
and
Booms.
Okay,
He
fine.
owns
How
Boom.
does it?
And
how
I think
does he-
Rizkit would have a different opinion if you asked him if he
Well,
owned the Infinite.
excuse me,
Copyright.
if the
He's
Infinite
copywritten.
podcast was named
Right.
after Infinite Umbra.
Right.
Excuse
Eh.
me.
Yep.
I just wanted to know an answer, Holly. You didn't have to go all in on me.
You know what? Take your Fable coin and cry about it.
Here you go. Cry onto your Fable coin. Exactly.
This coming
Oh,
from
man.
the guy who's gonna be waiting 15 years for the next Fallout game.
I don't. I like
Man,
Elder
you could
Scrolls.
tell there's a lot of love in this
Nope.
room tonight. I tell you what.
I prefer Elder Scrolls over Fallout.
Well, excuse me if Elder Scrolls 6 is 10 years away.
It is.
So on that sad
Said
reality,
Yeah,
all right.
And the next
Depresso
Witcher
boy.
game is probably a
Yes.
year before that, so Red is depressed about that too.
I got Starfield all day for the next 10 years of absolute boring, monotonous gameplay that I love.
Now I'm.
And on that
really
note,
sad.
Now
right.
I'm really depressed.
All right, guys.
At least Fable's coming out for me next year. We got nothing for DeMarco over here.
there you
Someone
go. There
throw
you
him
go.
a bone.
Oh,
I get
look,
Indiana
Jonas.
Jones, are you kidding?
Jonas is like F.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Now you, me, and Arcane get Indiana Jones. What are you
And
talking about?
I'm also. I know a lot of people aren't. I am genuinely, after the previews came out for Dragon Age: The Veilguard, I'm intrigued.
Are you still
Yep.
excited for Avowed, by the way, or is it just me?
My excitement for Avowed hit a peak and then it's been waning. But I'm still excited, but it definitely kind of like it had its moment.
Fair
and then
enough.
I feel like it's. And then when it gets closer to launch, it'll.
I mean, at least you didn't get excited for a stupid reason, getting a third-person mode, like a certain someone.
Well, I think if you remember. Never mind. All right.
I remember
Everyone-
you and Holly hated it from the beginning, but go on.
It's
There
a
he is
whole-
putting words. He's putting words.
He's
You
putting
take
words
your
in
words.
places.
Putting
that we don't
words! I got the
belong.
clips! I got the...
Okay, well, there's
Yeah,
Holly's assassin.
See how
she
that
sent.
went for you?
Exactly. Yeah, she knew. She knew. All right. Well, before he gets his breath back, thank you all so much for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.